Hey there guys, I'm SonicGhost and welcome back to some more Let's Play Super Mario Galaxy 2. Last time, we continued to explore World 4 here, and we took care of two more galaxies, Flipsville and Honey Hop. In this episode, let's go ahead and take a little bit of a break and go to the beach with Starshine Beach Galaxy. So, just like the previous galaxies here, Supermassive and Honey Hop, this is yet again another callback to a previous Mario game, with Surf, Sand, and Silver Stars. So, this is a Silver Star mission. You need to collect all these things to make our star as usual. But here in particular, this beach definitely is going to remind you of a very specific place in the Mario universe. So, let's go ahead and make our way down to the beach. And this is the only part about the galaxy I'm not as big of a fan of because it just doesn't really fit, to be honest. Your missions always start up here in this little planetoid that has some water, and then you just shoot down to the main portion of the galaxy. It just doesn't feel as needed, but it's there as a big scope. But look who it is. Talk to this guy here, and he's just talking about the Silver Stars in particular, just showing up all of a sudden. But that's the Delfino, right from Super Mario Sunshine. The Delfinos return here in this galaxy, so there's your reference to Sunshine. And some people are very mixed about the Delfinos in general, because a lot of people are kind of mixed about Sunshine. You either like it or you don't like it. That's basically it for the game. I never really seen people say anything in between. So to me personally, I like Sunshine. It's actually one of my favorites in the series. But I also played a lot of the game too, so there's also that to keep in mind. It's one of the 3D Marios I probably spent the most time with. Probably even more time than 64, which is weird to say for a lot of people, that's for sure, but GameCube, that was one of my favorite systems of all time. I spent so much time playing the GameCube. But luckily though, this Yoshi is completely different from the one in Mario Sunshine, because he can actually swim. That's a miracle. Yoshi in Sunshine, as soon as he touched water, he would just go away. He would disintegrate. So this Yoshi, by default, is a much better Yoshi because he can actually stay in the water, and he's not allergic to it. That's a great change, to be honest. This bonus here also is very easy, because you can just easily eat these crabs and then spit out its innards. So using the boomerang here, well, you pretty much turn its innards into a boomerang, but using one that claws you from a crab as a boomerang makes this pretty dang easy. I mean, look at all that time we have left over. We can get all the star bits and all the coins before we even run out of time. That's an easy bonus, to be honest. So that one you definitely should try out if you need more lives, because it's a free bonus, basically. It's that easy. It's free. Let's grab this over the Delfino statue, which is very similar to the one, actually, that they used in Sunshine. It's not the same one, but it looks pretty similar, I do say. So let's go ahead and grab you. As I run way too quick. Yoshi, come back. I didn't mean to hurt you. I just ran too quick. I can't control myself. So let's go ahead and get a good aim with Yoshi here and spit. That should hit. Oh, good, it did. It almost looked like for a second I was going to miss. But the Cheep Cheep definitely got in my way. It's interesting, though, that when Yoshi gets hit in the water, he actually stays where he is. That's actually an interesting touch, because when you get hit on ground, he'll run away from you. But Yoshi, I guess, doesn't want to swim away from you? Doesn't really make too much sense, if you want to be honest, but hey, I'm fine with it. And let's just flutter our way away from here. The Infinite Flutter is just so fun to play around with. It really is. It's one of those more amusing glitches in the game, if you want to be honest. It's not really one that's that necessary, because you can definitely get away in the game without ever really touching the Infinite Flutter. But just knowing how to do it in general was just fun. Also, that was interesting. When we went in here before, I noticed a little bit of a graphical glitch. Yoshi's little effect from the chili pepper kind of came with us, because I definitely saw that clip through the pipe for a moment, which was kind of interesting. Well, I'm glad I got that bonus done, because last time we were at one of those coin bonuses, I failed horribly. And because of that, I didn't really get the show off that you get a 1-up from it. So I'm glad this time that's a whole different story. So I'm going to leave Yoshi there for a moment, because I want to come down into the water and grab this Comet Medal before I get eaten. Oh, that was close. I don't want to get eaten by the Unagis. That'd be bad. And it looks like Yoshi just disappeared. If you leave Yoshi too long by himself, he will disappear back into an egg. Luckily for us, though, the egg's like right here. So it's not really too big of a deal. I just kind of wish it didn't happen at all. At least I got him back pretty quick. So let's go ahead and get ourselves another hot pepper here and make Yoshi run as fast as he can. Get these remaining 2 stars. So Oh, wait, star bits. I want those, please. I mean, there's only 2 star bits, but I'm right here, so why not? So let's go ahead and grab this and immediately run away. The camera does get stuck on that island, so you have to be a little mindful of that. Did I get enough height to get that? Wow. That's hilarious. You're normally supposed to rotate that planetoid around in the water a bit, because there's actually a little bit of a spring on here which will bounce you straight upwards. But I kind of got away without using that, so that's interesting. Also, Yoshi, can you please come back? I didn't want to jump off you, I was wanting to flutter with you. Also, I don't know why I went sideways there for a moment, that's weird. We'll just get that chili pepper, because that'll be our way out of here quicker. Just swim over, Yoshi. I'm so glad you're not the one in the sunshine, I really am. That never really did make any sense to me in Mario Sunshine, of why the water basically killed Yoshi. That was always weird to me. Yoshi could swim in previous games. In Super Mario World, you were able to take him underwater with you. And then you see him again in Sunshine, he doesn't even want to go 1 foot into the water. He'll just go away into his egg saying, nah, I'm out of here. I'm very glad that this is definitely not that Yoshi. That would really break the pacing, to be honest. So it looks like we can go ahead and continue on, but I want to go back to the beach. Having some fun there. I want to go back to Sunshine. Sunshine's a fun game to me. It's actually one of the underrated games in my opinion in the Mario series. Sure, it has problems, one of the biggest ones being the blue coins in general, but I enjoy Sunshine. It's a nice fun time in the Mario series. It's definitely one of the more unique Mario platforms at the time, that's for sure. With the whole flood idea, definitely gave you a different kind of gameplay perspective. And flood is probably one of the most useful things in Mario's arsenal in general, especially the hover nozzle. I always enjoyed using the hover nozzle just to get a lot of distance in areas, and then just saving myself at the last minute. It's a lot of fun to use that thing in the right way. So, Sunshine is definitely one of my favorites in the series. It's one I go back to a lot. But it is, like I said earlier, one of the underrated games in the series. And one of the reasons why people don't like it is because of people like this. This here is a Chuckster. Get near that Delfino, he'll just throw you straight in the air. There was a mission, actually, in Sunshine that revolved all around Chucksters. It was one of the secret shines. And it was a really annoying one, in a lot of people's opinion, because the Chucksters, you had to talk to them and then they would just throw you, just like that Chuckster did there. But they would be throwing you over bottomless pits. And that's what a lot of people really didn't like about that mission in particular. The Chucksters would just easily kill you if you didn't talk to them at the right time, which I can definitely understand people's frustration with that. I mean, I've had my fair share of Chucksters just killing me. So, I will agree that is one of the worst missions in the game. Or at least one of the worst ones you have to do, because you always had to do that mission if you wanted to beat the game. That was one of the required shines. But it's definitely not one of the hardest missions in the game. There are definitely harder ones. It's definitely one of the hardest required shines, I will say that. But in this level in particular, we had to go all the way around here in the water, just so we can get up to this top platform to activate this switch, because we need the cloud power up here to actually get to that top platform. That's where our star is, but in order to actually get to it, we need the cloud. There is no other way up there. So, now with the cloud power up, we can't really walk in the water, and there's so much water between us and that tower, so let's just take a lily pad. I find it very interesting that these lily pads are basically motorboats. It makes no sense. At the same time, it's also a reference back to Sunshine, because lily pads in that game, if you stood on those things, you can actually use FLUDD to control yourself on them. And they would basically be the same thing. They'd be a glorified motorboat. So, it's a nice little callback in a lot of ways in this level to Sunshine. I do like it. But there you go. That's our star. So, we're done with the beach for now. We'll probably return here later on when the comet appears, but for now, let's go ahead and continue onwards. But looks like we brought someone back with us if we're at this portion of Starship Mario, so let's see who came back. Got yourself a pretty cool cloud thingy there. Looks like some fun. Try to stay grounded. Haha. I made it funny. Oh, Lubba, you and your bad puns. I'm walking away now. Let's get an extra life, please. Please? Ah, of course it's gotta be a star bit. Yeah, of course it's gotta be. Oh well. Let's go ahead and grab our cloud real quick, though. This cloud is... What the heck just happened there? I kind of got stuck for a moment. That was interesting. This cloud here is really not that useful compared to Yoshi. but at the same time, he's still used for a 1-up. So if I go ahead and just triple jump here, or just do a normal jump apparently, kind of fail my timing, I could just use the cloud power up just to get a little bit higher up and get myself a 1-up right here. So that's pretty much it. It is kind of fun to explore Starship Mario with the cloud power, but I swear sometimes the camera just kind of goes all over the place when you use this power in particular. So it's not something I always use. So yeah, let's just move on for now and go to the Chompworks Galaxy. So as the name implies, as well as the picture, there's going to be a lot of chain chomp rocks here just rolling around. So this mission here, where the chomps are made of gold, we'll be seeing a special variety of chomps. So we'll be seeing that probably near the end of this. For now, let's just go ahead and fly on into the level here and deal with the chain chomp rocks here. So right away, this one's actually very easy to spot, but the comet medal is right here in the beginning, and that's the first thing I'm going to be focusing on. They pretty much just give this one to you. I'm not exactly sure why in particular this galaxy is so easy to get the comet medal with. I don't know why they really need to make it super easy here, but yeah, it works for me. So we got way down this platform here. It takes a while for the platform actually to lower, but it doesn't take too long for the platform to raise back up, which is a little weird. So let's just go ahead and get our launch star here and get out of here, shall we? So these guys are actually pretty interesting. They're both just standing here, waiting for the chomps to run. Bring it on! Give me your worst! What's he doing? Yeah, that's a good question. What is he doing? Well, simple enough. This guy just likes pain. Look at that. He just likes to get hurt by chomps. It's ridiculous. Guy has a little bit of a problem, if you ask me, so let's just get out of here. So we got some roulette here. Let's see. What do we get? Let's roll our dice and see what we get. Got a Bowser. Got a coin. And got life. Alright, so it's not a total bust. You know what? No, I'm not going to kill you, Goomba. I just freed you from a small prison just to put you in a bigger one. Have fun. I mean, to be fair, the Goomba can leave, because if he gets in the warp pipe, he can leave that area. But then he'll just be getting to a worse situation, because then he'll be just stuck in that area full with lava. So for his sake, he probably just stay there and be safer. So we already seen these flip switches earlier. So anytime we shake, the floor will definitely be moving with us. So be very mindful when you flip, but it's not really too hard to do, because all you gotta do is just bait this little chomp over and just time your spins. That's about it. If you play your cards right, you might just have to spin like 2 or 3 times and you're done. So that section really isn't that hard. If you don't play the optional flip switch galaxy, that's supposed to be more or less of an introduction at this point to the flip switches. But this right here, I don't get. If you hit this switch here, you raise this platform up, and then it'll lower. It's supposed to be an easy way for you to get down here, but you could just jump over that, so I don't get the point. I really don't. It's not really that useful for platform at all. It's nice, I guess, if you want to get the coins, but that's about it. You can easily jump over it. So this here is the golden chomp. So let's go ahead and lead this thing back to the area that we just landed at. And knock some of these Goombas in the lava while we wait. So we want to make sure we outrun this thing, definitely. Because if we don't, then it's going to just run into one of these platforms and be gone. But funny enough, though, the Chomp Rock does get destroyed. You would think it's a one-of-a-kind thing because of it being gold. Nah, you can just have an infinite supply here, so that's interesting. And when you see what's inside this Chomp Rock, then you'll definitely be interested, if it was actually possible to do, to get an infinite supply of the golden ones. So when you break open golden chomps, you actually get a power star. So in theory, Mario could just stay here and constantly open up golden chomps and get infinite supply of stars. Although, the reason why it doesn't really work though, is if you actually go back to that mission, the star inside of the golden chomp will be a translucent star, so it'll be a ripoff when you go back there. The first time it's pure gold because you get yourself a nice shiny star. But then every other time you go back, it's a cheap star. It's not even the real thing. It's a cheap imitation. Luckily for us, we don't want to go back to that galaxy right now. We want to go back to Bowser Jr.'s fleet in World 3. So, let's go ahead and do that. But also, we got a letter here from a Guillermo asking us to actually go back to Boulder Bowl Galaxy of all places. So, let's go ahead and do both of those things. Let's take care of the comet first, and then we'll go to Boulder Bowl and do whatever that gear guy wants. So let's zoom out here, and go back to World 3. Unfortunately, I can't really do my nice little trick that I usually like to do to get back to this area in particular, because we're already in World 4, so it'll take longer for me to backtrack. So, let's go to Bowser Jr.'s fleet and take care of the comet here. So this comet here will allow me to redeem myself on this boss fight a bit. This is Mega Hammer's Daredevil Bash. So, we just get to fight the boss here, luckily, but we can't take a single hit to Mega Hammer. We do, we gotta do the entire thing over again, so let's be careful here, shall we? One thing about this Comet run I'm not really too big of a fan of is they don't change the dialogue between Mario and Bowser Jr. here. Bowser Jr. still talks about the promise of a Grand Star if you beat him. He doesn't have a Grand Star anymore, he only has a Power Star. What a jip. This guy just promises us something he doesn't even have. Come on, buddy. Don't give us that kind of promise. So this run in particular, we're going to want to take things a little bit more cautiously than we did the first time around. I am still going to try to do this fight a little bit quicker than I did when we first fought this guy in general. So, waiting here for Mega Hammer just to kind of twirl his hands for a bit, it kind of just allows us to skip out on him firing some bullet bills for a little bit longer. And that right there actually might be a little risky to do, sure, but it actually is safer in all hindsight. Because now you don't have to worry about more bullet bills coming your way. So there we go. That goes his other portion of his front. So now his front's all done. Let's move around to the back. And this one in particular, I gotta be super careful because there's so much coming my way. I mean, look at all this junk. There's all these lasers, bullet bills, every single direction. It's a lot to deal with. But here I'm just kind of taking things a little bit slower. So I could have easily just waited there for another bullet bill, but I didn't want to take a chance because, knowing my luck, he would just shoot me in the back or something and I would have been dead. One hit here is definitely making me more nervous and tense, so it's better to, even though I want to do this a little bit quicker in some ways, I also got to play this a little bit slowly too. So here I'm going to take one bullet bill just to eat and then spit it out. And then just hover and then spit my bullet bill. If I do that in the right time, I'll easily hit Bowser Jr. without having to worry about taking a hit from any lasers. So again, do that and we should be done with the boss fight. That barely hit Bowser Jr. And right in that last hit, that is still possible for me to get killed as Bowser Jr. is dying too. I could have got hit by those lasers, and Bowser Jr. could have been exploding and me collapsing. So, yeah, that was close. Very close indeed. Don't like how the game can still do that to you, but luckily we got ourselves our Grand Star, quote unquote. Seriously, Bowser Jr., this is not a Grand Star. Way to jip me. I guess I'll just have to take my Power Star and go. But that's that comet taken care of for you. So let's head back to World 2 real quick. So we got a little bit of a thing to do back in Boulder Bowl Galaxy. And we got to play about a quarter of the level to actually get to it. So let's head back and I'm going to show you exactly what we're going to be doing. So let's zoom out and head back to World 2. And as you can see here, we have ourselves the Boulder Bowl opened up. So grab ourselves some extra star bits because we're right here. And now there's an extra star showing up here that wasn't at the galaxy before. So, if we go back to the previous mission here, Rock and Rodilio, this is where we'll get our extra star. So let's go ahead and skip all this, and if I look just right ahead, I'll ignore Luigi right there for a moment. Sorry Luigi, you're gonna get ignored again. As you can see right here, we got ourselves that planetoid. It's actually where our mission is, so we're going to go ahead and swap over to Luigi and have him take care of whatever's new on that planetoid for us. So let's go, Luigi. Get us to that planet. Alright, here we are. Now onto this planetoid, a little bit into the level. So let's go ahead and jump over here, and as you can see, got a new friend that wasn't here the first time around. So let's go ahead and talk to him. Looking for a Power Star? You won't believe it. I found a Power Star in the trash the other day. The things people throw away. Maybe we can work out a trade. I'm really into collecting those Goomba guys. Think you can bring me one? This guy wants a live Goomba to put into his collection. What a monster, man. Seriously. You want to take a live creature like a Goomba and add to your collection of items? That's not the greatest thing to hear about, but, you know, luckily for us, we don't really like Goombas all too much. We like stomping on them. But in terms of actually liking the things, we don't really care too much, so we'll go ahead and grab a Goomba. Conveniently for us, the Goombas are just in these rocks for some reason. I mean, that makes no sense, but hey, works for us. So we gotta just bait this Goomba to come over here with us. Come on, buddy. I went a little too slow there, but it's not too big of a deal. Come on. Gotta go all the way around here, because I kind of lost my perspective on the level. But I'm actually think I'm taking it around a long way. Oh, hey, he almost about ready to whack me in the butt. That would have been fun. Alright, right here is where we need to go. Let's go, buddy. This way. Cross the mud and get into this guy's hands. Ooh, look at this adorable little guy. So cute and ferocious. Thanks. Here, you go ahead and have this power star. Go on, take it. You deserve it. You know, there are easier ways for you to get Goombas into your collection. I mean, they just released a Goomba amiibo, buddy. Just get a Goomba amiibo instead of an actual Goomba. That would have been a much better idea and even cheaper, too. Power Star probably is more expensive than the Goomba amiibo. So, something like this you could have traded in for like 100 of those things. He's not the smartest guy in the world. Oh boy. Tell me you didn't bring back a Guillermo with you this time. Well, put it somewhere out of the way. Maybe it'll want to relax for a bit. Yeah, maybe. Let's go ahead and talk to her really quick. Thankfully, Luigi was the one doing the backtracking this time, not Mario, so Mario will now be doing the backtracking on his own ship. This is not very too big of a deal, because it's way smaller. So what does this guy have to say? Mario's foot is actually going through the floor. That's a little weird, especially with his shadow. His shadow is also going through the floor, which makes no sense. Hiya! Thanks again for all your help. Take this one-up mushroom. Thanks? I mean, I don't really need that many more lives, but I'll take it. Thank you. I guess with that, though, I'm actually going to go ahead and end the episode on that note. So, with that all said, next time on Let's Play Super Mario Galaxy 2, we'll head back to World 4 and finish things up there. I'll see you guys next time.